Hey and welcome back to Landscapes Recreated. Between episodes, I did a bit of work so we can get things done here, and also because I'm really not good at commenting while running around. First things first, I went to the dungeon I looked into in episode 1 in search for a name tag. So I looted some chests and some more chests, and at some point I got killed. I went back, got my revenge, went down even deeper, looted some more chests, and got killed again. So to be honest, I need better equipment to tackle the deeper levels there. But after that, I went mining and gathered a bunch of diamonds, like nearly a stack worth. But all of that leads me back to my kitchen, where today we'll start. Hey, and welcome back to my kitchen. Do you know what I still don't have? Pumpkin soup. So that's what I'm going to do in this episode. I'm going to get pumpkin soup running. And what do I need for that? Well, I made a clipboard, which is actually very easy to make, and I would highly recommend anybody creating one. It's just an andesite alloy, paper, and some planks, and you get a clipboard where you can make notes, and you can even stick it to walls and stuff. So if I right click the clipboard, you can see I'm going to build a pig pen, an area for my cow so I can start farming milk. I want to get an iron farm running, and I also have some villagers I want to set up a bit more permanently. As you can see, I have a mason sitting out here in the front. I do have a librarian up here. We'll get to that in a moment. And I also have a farmer there in the field somewhere. Not sure where exactly. I think below the tree there. And I also named this guy Nuffle. Hey Nuffle. Thank you very much for the recommendation. I actually recorded naming him, or I thought I was recording, and then I wasn't. So, yeah. He's called Nuffle now, and he will be my friend forever. And I will also find a more permanent location for him. Originally I thought he might be hiding here behind the trees, or the leaves. But instead there's a pig now. Where's the other pig? Did he went inside? No? Where the heck is my pig again? Can't be far, right? There he is. Piggy, you're not supposed to be out there. Come with me. You will get a nice new pen very soon. But until then, you have to stay in there. Alright, so yes, regarding these villagers, I figured out I have a mod in here that's called Easy Villager, so I can just shift right click a villager and get them pretty much in my inventory. So I just went to the nearest village, collected a few villagers, and then placed them wherever I wanted to have them. So here I now can buy bricks, which is very nice, and I can also sell some diorite and stone to get some emeralds. So, first step on the agenda, let's get these piggies a pen, shall we? Alright. Let me just gather some materials, and then we will build a nice pig pen out here on this nice open new field. Let's go. After raiding this lush cave again and spending, quite frankly, a few hours on smelting this stuff through, I think I have enough bricks to get into construction. So let's take those out. I do already have some variants here, and let's find a nice place where we can put this pack pin. So enjoy time lapse. And here we are again. So, let's grab our piggies. Get them somehow through the door. Let's go. And let me also just grab a little bit of potato. And then we'll bring those two to their new home. Are you excited? Yes, you are. So, here we have our new pig pens. I created two different sides. They're both not extremely spacious, but it should be enough. Let's see if I can get them in. Yes, I can. Great. So, here they are. And this is a feeding trough where I can just put in potatoes and they will eat just by themselves, one after the other. And in a moment we probably get to see a little piglet. If you're hungry too. Yes, you are. And there we go. And there we have a little black piglet, which will grow up in around 20 minutes. Oh, this actually isn't black. This is gray, or is this brown? I have a color weakness. I have no idea. All right. So, pig pens, done. And I just put the clipboard here on the wall and I can just right click it and check off the pig pen. So that's done. Let's go on with an area for our cows after I get a night of sleep. And then we also have a happy cow, I think, maybe, who knows. And here, directly opposite to our pumpkins, we now have a cow. Awesome. We'll probably get some automation to get milk from her at some point, but for now she is a happy outside living cow. And I just take the pumpkins here and go to check off the next point on the list. And cow area done. So, with both of these things done, we pretty much have all the things we need to get into pumpkin soup. So, let's get cooking. First of all, let's get back to our cow, because I really need a bucket of milk. And where's one, there's two. So, let's see if I have some glass. I do. Let's get one bucket of milk. And let's get another 4. We also have a bunch of raw pork chops. Let's take half a stack of that. We need cabbages. Cabbages. There we go. Also half a stack of that. And obviously pumpkins. So, what I also need to do for the pumpkin soup, or at least should do, because it's really useful to do it, is to cut these down. So we need a cutting board and some knife. And I want to actually get a good knife, so I'm going for diamond directly. It's not that expensive. And the cutting board is just 4 planks and 2 sticks. So also not that hard to make. I need 1 more stick, I need 1 more diamond. And let me get a cutting board and a knife. And let me get rid of the spider eye. So, back in our kitchen. Cut the cutting board down, and then I can just take the raw meat in my one hand and the knife in the other and just chop away. And I get 2 strips of pork for each pork chop I had. So I'll end up with a stack. And the same with my cabbages. 2 leaves per head. And I have actually no idea how much I get out of one pumpkin, so this might be a lot more. Let's see. Oh yeah, I get 4. Nice. All right. And then I have a little bit of milk, and now we can chuck it all into the cooking pot, and you see the progress is being done. And now the only thing I need is a bowl to get it out of the cooking pot. And here we go. Pumpkin soup is created and served on a bowl, so let's take those out. And I finally have good food. With pumpkin soup in my hand, it's time to tackle the next bigger part of this episode, which is getting an iron farm up and running. And you might think, yeah, obviously the typical iron golems thingy, but no, actually we're going a different route. If I take a look at the production of iron nuggets, you can see that I can get iron nuggets by bulk washing gravel. So bulk washing means we have a fan that blows through water, and if there's anything on the other side, it gets washed. And washing is mainly a new method that can be used on gravel to get flint with a 25% chance and iron nuggets also with a 25% chance. I need to see what I do with all the flint I generate, but iron is nice. So, gravel, on the other hand, can be created by milling down cobblestone. So, what do we need? We need a cobblestone generator, we need one or multiple millstones where we put the cobble in, and then we need to wash all the gravel that comes out of that. So, actually the first, let's say, bigger thing we can automate with Create. But I don't really want to go too big on this yet, because I have big plans for, well, a big iron generator later on. But for now, let's get a small building where we can put all of this in, and then we, well, need to build it. Let's take a look what we can do. Alright, that should be big enough. Let's go up a few blocks. I think I'll just remove a bit of the roof here. Like I said, it doesn't need to be big, for the moment at least. We will get bigger later on. Alright. It's not looking very nice at the moment, but we'll get there. I will make this look a little nicer later on, but first of all, let's get in here and see how we can put this together. So I need 3 things. I need the washing, I need the milling, and I need the cobble generating itself. So I think I want to go with 4 drills that generate cobble, and we have a wall that's 4 wide, so let's try to utilize that. Then we can drop the cobble directly into the millstones, which can go there, and from there we can drop it somewhere here in the back to get washed I think that might work out well. Let me get a few things together, just some basic stuff for Create, and we'll take a look on what we can do with it in a second. All right, let's build this puppy. I already broke through the wall and placed a small cogwheel here, because this is where we will get our power from for this contraption. And at this point, I will place just a millstone, and other millstones will connect with this one. So we'll really take the power from the small cog and get everything here running. So if we have the millstones here, we need the stones generating one layer above. So we'll probably need some lava here on top to spread out over there. And we will need water on this level, and we will also need drills, because these drills will crush the stone. And if you place create contraptions, if you don't hold anything, you'll place them towards you, and if you hold shift, you will place them away from you. And if you place them either way, you can rotate them with the wrench. So I want the peak to look toward the wall, and then I can just hold another one in my hand, and you can already see I can just place one next to another to form a nice line. So we'll generate our cobblestone here, and then we will need to get everything else powered. So the drills need to move. So I'm placing encased chain drives, and then here in the corner, I want to get my encased fan, and I brought some mangrove roots that we can waterlock, so that the fan can blow air through the water into this corner below. And to get my iron nuggets and flint, I'll just place a double drawer. We will need to get to the brass age to get into filtering, so I can't filter at the moment, but just placing a funnel that will collect things and put them into the double drawer will be sufficient, as we can just pre-filter these two iron nuggets and flint. Then we need to get power for the back part here, so I'll just place another gearbox here and then some cogwheels, and everything is turning. And you can see some particles flowing down. That means that the fan is pushing wind through, and you can see the drills are turning. The mill is working either way. And with a few chews below the millstones, they will just eject the stone down below. Now, I'm flat out going to block a few places off here and then get a bucket of water in this, in this corner here, and it will flow all the way to here. So everything that drops down will get washed in this corner behind here. And we'll also need to block off these from below, because otherwise when we waterlock them, it will get pretty wet down here. Well, we can do that at the end. So now let's do that. Let's get some water and waterlock all of those. It's so wet in here. God dang it. All right, water's in. Let me place the copycat panels to keep the rest dry. And yeah, if I think about it, all that we need now is one bucket of water in the mangrove roots. Now you can see the particles turn blue. That means it's washing. And then we just need the bucket of lava. Let me just go on top and place it from the top. This will probably be easier. Like this. So now the lava should spread. Or I need to disable the drills for a second. Now it will. And forms stone there on top. And then I can just break all the stone. And you can already see the gravel is flowing. And at the moment it's just flowing into the drawer here. So let me get a piece of flint and a piece of iron nugget. Filter this out so that we don't fill up on gravel. And if we now throw the gravel back into the water stream, in just a moment we will see the numbers go up. There we go. And we are producing iron for absolutely free. And it's not mind-blowing, but it's actually quite a good speed. I think we'll get around 1 ingot of iron every 20 to 30 seconds. Now the question is, what do we do with all the flint? If I just take a look here, we can just make blocks of flint, which doesn't help us in any way. But there's also some trades. And for 4 different professions, we can sell flint for emeralds. And I think that's actually a very nice idea, because emeralds are nice to have. Don't you think? Before we go that road though, I want to get a building for these villagers set up. So, regarding the villager houses, I marked 3 slots for some terraced housing just below my own house. I want to have a few terraced housing here, and you see I upped the ground here a little to flatten everything out. As I'm incredibly lazy, I want to utilize something called the schematic cannon. So this is a block I can just place, and you see I have a nice little cannon here, and this thing is really, really powerful. To use it, we need a schematic. And to get a schematic, I need a schematic table, and I need to combine some paper with light blue dye to get empty schematics. So if I go in here, you can see I have 4 different schematics available. These are things I created in a creative world, and I just have access to them. And I would like to start with a white terrace house. So I can just select this, import the schematic here, and then I can place it wherever I like. Like this. But this is how it will look like. This is the white one. There's also a brick type and a packed mud type. And I can just place them next to each other. But I can either just keep the schematic here open and build it like this, or I can put the schematic into the schematic cannon. Well, gunpowder is not the only thing it needs. It also needs all the materials provided. And if I take my clipboard and put it up here, I will get a complete material checklist of everything that is inside the house. And then I can just gather all of that. And I'll do exactly that. Get a bit of calcite, because it uses a bunch of that. Smelt up some deep slate, and then I'm pretty much good to go. Alright, I got everything I need in this chest here directly next to the schematic cannon. The other thing is, it's out of gunpowder. 1 gunpowder can place, I think, 500 blocks. So I don't think I will need more than 2. So let's go with 2 gunpowder. With this, I can say, let's go. And there we have 2 new houses. Thank you very much, Schematic Cannon. You will be of use later on. But as you can see, these houses are pretty similar, but pretty empty. So we need to fill them up with a little bit of decoration and, yeah, like I said, some villagers. I'll decorate these houses, build a little bit of a porch and a garden in the back, because I want those houses to look very nice in the environment. I'll bring you back as soon as I have something in there that's worth showing. See you soon. I extended the area here before the houses a little bit. We will put in a street or a bigger way of some sort here in front. And if I take a look at here, we do have a few librarians and a few lumberjacks. And in the other one, we have our weaponsmith, mason and 1 fletcher at the bottom. And you can see I already sold him a bunch of flint to get some emeralds going. My plan is actually to have 1 house for every villager profession here in this terrace area. I have houses on this side and I will have houses on this side too. But for now, I think this is a very nice start. Our piggies and our cow have new areas to live. We got finally our pumpkin soup. Our new friend has a name. We have unlimited iron and our villager friends have houses and don't need to stand in the rain. So I think this episode was quite productive. If you've watched so far, please leave a like and write down in the comments what you'd like to see more. More buildings, more expansion, more explanation, more historical facts, and also what is your favorite Victorian building, if you have one, of course. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.